Hello, my tea biscuit. Hello, my tea biscuit. How are you? We get ready. That's Hey, Eway, blessings and a beautiful day to you, my love. Yes, we got good news today. Yes. Yes, I tried to catch it as it was going on, but y'all know I wasn't home. But we're gonna talk about it today, though. We're gonna talk about it today. Hey, NJB. Hey, Miss Rod. Hey, Blanchy Pool. Hey, my girl Jack. Jack in the place. My girl Jack. Jack. Jack and Jack. Don't talk back. Jack and Jack. Don't talk back. I wait for a couple more you guys to get in the room because we going to celebrate. We going to celebrate. We going to celebrate, baby. Yes, ma'am. My Blanchy Pooh. Hey, a bit tired. How you doing, baby? What's going on? Don't forget, guys, hit that like and like. Hit that like. Yeah, I know. Yes, yes, and yes. Yes, yes, and yes, baby. We're gonna start this right now because I can't wait no longer. I can't keep you. I know y'all guys probably saw it. We're gonna see it again. And I don't want to keep you guys waiting any longer. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. First, I just want to put this little cute little sign up there. My little disclaimer. My little disclaimer. Cut this sucker down so you guys can hear. You can't hear? Can you guys hear? Can you guys hear? Ms. Rod says she can't hear. Can you guys hear? Can you guys hear all right? Or do we need to send Ms. Rod some hearing aids? Wait, we know already. We were supposed to give you wasn't supposed to give it away. You weren't supposed to give it away, even though they sorry. You're not supposed to give it away. You're not supposed to give it away, even though you act like you didn't see it. Act like you didn't see it, dag it. So y'all be really surprised, right? Be like, huh? What? What's gonna happen? Pretend y'all didn't see it, damn it. Let's go.
Maybe 3 witnesses, and they'd be speaking for character, as I believe the last ruling was enlarged about his character and for his community. So I did present 3 witnesses. I did have them actually just present character witness statements. However, they wasn't notarized, so I did just tell them to be available in anticipation of them having to testify. It's up to your discretion if you just wanted me to maybe read the letters itself, or at least just present 1 or 2. However you decide to run your courtroom, I would be more than willing to abide by your rules, but I do have a potential 3 character witness on behalf of Mr. Bishop.
Mm-hmm. Well, I appreciate that permission, Mr. Edie, allowing me to do that.
Well, I appreciate it. Ask for the permission of whatever you want, as if I will not be.
Okay. Let's go ahead with those cases without the witnesses. So, Ms. Pasmino, we'll yield to you first, and then we'll come back for that. That might take a little longer. Give me just a moment to get a message here. Okay, thank you. Ms. Pasquino?
Yes, Your Honor. Nicole. I'll proceed. So to give you some background on this case.
Hello, Nicole. Nick, we gotta act like we don't know, Daggett. Act like you don't know. Like this the first time watching it. We're gonna be fired. You're gonna be fired, Nick. Act surprised. That guy didn't see it already. I'm joking. Let's go.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, which number?
I apologize. Number 2.
Number 2. Okay.
Mr. Bishop. To give you some background on this case, we did have a bond hearing, and a pretty extensive bond hearing back on May 6, 2022 in front of Judge Winston Bethel. I'm going to reference that bond hearing because there was evidence presented before the court that won't be presented today, but will be summarized. Back on May 6 of 2022, the state did go into the factual allegations, as I'm about to go into right now, in addition to presenting some videos. And I will summarize those videos after I've gone over the factual allegations. So the factual allegations, as it stands, are that on March 30th, 2022, the DeKalb County law enforcement met with our alleged victim in this case, who is 27 years old, but I will not refer to her by name. But she did meet with law enforcement and informed them that an incident occurred at 2993 Arbor Chase in DeKalb County. She informed law enforcement that she was part of a cult that had been referred to carbonation or melanination, and that a few days before she had left that cult. She told law enforcement that because she decided to leave, as a result, she believed the defendant proceeded to post sexually explicit videos of her on social media as revenge. What I'm talking about is that there were 3 sexually explicit videos posted to Twitter under an account named 3God. That's important for the court to consider because the defendant refers to himself by a number of names, one of them being 3God and one of them being Nature Boy. On this Twitter account, he posted 3 videos of our victim engaging in sexual intercourse with him. The victim stated that she believed he did this or caused members of his cult to post this because she had decided to leave a few nights before. She did not, while she gave consent to have the videos recorded, she did not give consent for the videos to be posted. And because she did not give consent for those videos to be posted, and the defendant did that in purposes of harassing her and for other people to view, and because she left with the cult, he was charged with 3 felonies for those 3 videos. In reporting this to law enforcement, she informed law enforcement that a few days prior, specifically around March 24th of 2022, when she tried to leave the cult, that the defendant had a few members of his cult. To give the court some background, he essentially has 6 wives in this cult. Our victim was one of those wives. On the day that she tried to leave, he had the women essentially kind of surround her and belittle her and basically hit her and say that she was not going to leave, that she essentially was nothing without the cult and that she could not leave. That day, she goes back and forth between wanting to leave. She's texting a friend, trying to arrange an Uber, misses the Uber. There's some back and forth, and that's corroborated through text messages. But she eventually decides she wants to leave. Other members of the cult tells her, hey, come upstairs, Mr. Bishop, the defendant wants to see you before you leave. I anticipate that the evidence will show that she did go upstairs to meet with him. Despite the kind of tumultuous relationship that existed in this cult between him and her and the other members of the cult, she still had some feelings for him. So she goes up to him to say bye. While she goes up, she is in a room with him, just him and her. And it's at that time she says that he does not allow her to leave the room. He says essentially that she cannot leave. And he proceeds to rape her. She said that she told him no multiple times and that she did not want to. but that he insisted that he didn't have to rape her and that he wasn't going to do anything that she didn't want to, but that he could kill her if he wanted to. And this is things that he has kind of repeated to her over the time that she has been in this cult. And so I anticipate that the evidence will show at that time she kind of gives in. She doesn't say anything. She doesn't say, yes, I want to do anything. She had repeatedly said no, but she doesn't know what to do in that moment. The defendant proceeds to rape her on the bed in that room. I anticipate that she would testify at a trial, that she was crying, that it was physically apparent that she was not engaged in these sexual acts, and that defendant continued to proceed with the acts until he was finished. That time, she essentially waits till everyone is asleep. I believe there is only one other member in the house that is awake at the time she decides to leave, and she leaves in the early morning hours of the night. That is the basis of the rape and the false imprisonment warrants that the defendant has against him. She leaves, she goes and stays with some friends, and then a few days later, when she finds out about the videos being posted on social media and sees them, she contacts law enforcement and reports all of this information. I gave you that background because at the previous bond hearing in front of Judge Bethel, we did play some videos, not the sexually explicit videos, because that would not be appropriate here for court, but we did play other videos of the defendant where he instructs women to hit other women in his cult. And I played that before the court because it was important for the court to consider the context of the cult and kind of the environment that our victim was in and why she would feel that she didn't really have any other choice but to let things happen, or she couldn't leave on that particular night. These videos repeatedly show the defendant speaking profane language at the women, but also instructing women to hit and strike other women and berating them and degrading them. And so this was an example to the court to show how he was a risk to the community, but also a risk to our victim. And so I wanted to summarize that for the court, that Mr. Bishop is part of a cult that films everything. They put everything on the internet. I would not be surprised if this also ends up on the internet and there are commentary about it, but they film everything. They put it all on the internet for the world to see. And Mr. Bishop essentially thrives off of degrading others, including women, and instructing others to commit acts of violence against each other. And so that's important for the court to consider. When we look at the Ayala factors, what was discussed at the previous hearing and what the state will stand by here today is that in looking at every single factor, he is a risk and he should not be given bond again. Again, the previous court, Judge Bethel, denied bond and found that he was a significant risk on each of those factors. We are now here and the state is unaware that anything has changed. We would ask that the bond still be denied for the following reasons. One, he does have some criminal history, which I will go over.
What was the date of that previous hearing?
May 6, 2022.
Okay, thank you.
He does have some criminal history. So he had a driving while license suspended out of Monroe County in 2006 that was ultimately dismissed. But the reason I bring it up is because he had a failure to appear, which is important for the court to hear. He had a failure to appear from 2006. In 2012, he ended up being convicted of another driving while license suspended in Gwinnett. In 2013, he was originally charged with the aggravated battery that was reduced to a battery out of Rockdale. And so while it was reduced to a misdemeanor, I wanted the court to know that it was still a violent offense. 2016, he did have a battery charge and interference with custody that was dismissed. 2020, he had a violation of rules and orders in which he served 90 days out of Hawaii. And that's important for the court to hear, and I'll argue why in a moment. And then he also, as far as I'm concerned, had a pending warrant for a domestic violence charge, temporary protective order out of Ohio. Back when we had the bond hearing in May. I believe there was a scheduled hearing coming up later that month. The state's not aware of what happened with that hearing. We know that the defendant has been in custody since, so I doubt that anything went forward with that hearing in Ohio. But from what we have learned, it involves his ex-wife, and that there was a pending domestic violence warrant and temporary protective order against him. And so that's his history. And looking at his history and some other things, Your Honor, the reason why I also mentioned the Hawaii offense is because, as I stated, they film everything and they put it online. What we were able to find out through our investigation is that the defendant has not just stayed here in the state of Georgia. He's been multiple places. They kind of move all around to establish their presence as a cult depending on what's going on. So they were in Hawaii. They were forced to leave because of that conviction that he has. They were essentially violating the rules over there in Hawaii. They were arrested and then forced to leave the Hawaii back in 2020. Him and his members have traveled to Puerto Rico. They have traveled to Costa Rica, Nicaragua, Panama, and with the exception of Puerto Rico, all those other places I mentioned, him and his cult has been kicked out for endangering and threatening the national security of those countries. So it seems that they travel wherever they can, try to establish their cult, their presence, and then they are kicked out for potentially endangering the safety and security of the countries, and they move to somewhere else. Back in May, don't believe this is true as of today, but back in May, and it's still important for the court to consider as far as flight risk, the defendant did have members of his cult supposedly in Mexico securing a place for him if he were to get out. And that was right around the time back in May. I don't know that that is true as of today, but it's still important for the court to consider. This was uploaded to social media, and apparently one of his members was live streaming from that location. And so as far as the flight risk, given that him and his members have traveled to all of these locations, given that he does have a failure to appear and a pending warrant out of Ohio, he is a significant risk of flight or failing to appear. That's the first factor. And Judge Bethel also found that. As far as the second factor, he's a significant risk to the person's community and the property of the community because, as I stated, his followers will essentially do anything that he says. This was shown by the videos presented at the previous bond hearing. If he instructs them to do something, they will do it. He tends to brag about himself being someone who has this power and control of others. So if he is granted bond, there is no idea what he will order his followers to do. I say that because he's instructed his followers to reach out to our victim multiple times since he has been in custody. Not only did he instruct them at the beginning of law enforcement's investigation back in April or May, we were informed by our victim that his followers has reached out to her as recently as of this week, essentially trying to put pressure on her to drop the charges and to not move forward with her allegations. And specifically, she has informed us that it's the wives, some of the wives in his cult that has reached out to her. So he does present a significant risk to the person's community and property. He's also a significant risk of committing another felony. As the evidence showed before the previous bond hearing, he's ordered members of his cult to be violent to other members of the community. He has recorded himself saying that he is above the laws, his laws are nature, and he is God. So this is an individual who holds himself in such high esteem that he does not feel that he needs to abide by any laws that are in place in society or instructed by the court. And so that is something that the state finds that puts him a significant risk of committing another felony, as well as his history. While I know that they were mainly misdemeanors, he does have some violent offenses on his record. And again, as I stated, he was ordered to leave other countries for potentially putting their safety at risk. And the final factor, Your Honor, he is a significant risk of intimidating the witnesses, specifically our victim or anyone else who may decide to come forward in this investigation. Our victim has been cooperative with law enforcement and with our office. He's alleged to have been physically violent with her, and as I stated, told her that he could kill her if he wanted to. I've also mentioned that he's instructed his followers to go talk to her, and tell them that they need to make noise and do everything that they can do to see if she would drop the charges. While she is present and supportive, she's not giving a statement, but she did provide a written statement last time, which I read before the court. I won't read it in its entirety, but I will pick out some points on behalf of her to go to the intimidating witness factor. She states that she is fully willing to testify in this case, even though she is very nervous. She's asking that the court do not grant him bond. He has ordered people to abuse one another physically for his enjoyment and his pleasure. She goes on to state that he prevented her from leaving his home the night that she wanted to leave. He took her into another room after mentally abusing her for up to 2 hours, and after ordering the woman in his home to abuse her. He proceeded to then rape her when she told him she did not want to have sex with him multiple times. And she also had stated in her previous statement that he has openly told the members of the cult to reach out to her to persuade her from dropping the charges. And so she asked, in the interest of justice, the safety of the community, and for the safety of other potential victims who have not and may never come forward, she asked that the court decline bond. And Your Honor, I understand that Mr. Eder is present, just doing his job, and has brought witnesses as to his character. But what the court has to look at here today are the factors, and look at the allegations at this point and the evidence presented for it. And at those factors, each and every single one, that Judge Bethel found that he was a risk and denied his bond. If anything has changed for somehow the court to reconsider their position that he is not a significant risk, the state will submit to you nothing has changed. Other than the fact that he has been in custody for more days, nothing has changed. He still presents a risk. And I think that is very evident by the fact that there are members of his cult still reaching out to the victim to persuade her to drop the charges. So we would ask the court to deny bond and find that he meets all of those risk factors under Ayala and that he should not be granted bond. Thank you.
Is the case scheduled for grand jury?
It is, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. Mr. Edie.
All right, Judge, before I call if inclined to, I just wanted to put a few things for clarification that I was not the attorney at the time of the first bond hearing. So I would argue that things have changed, at least in the perception of when I received the case and from what I learned from the first previous bond. Before then, I would just want to address the first issue, which would have nothing to do with the witnesses, which would be the flight risk. I see it stated that there was an FTA. In that FTA, I believe that case was ultimately finished. The Hawaii situation was brought up before Your Honor, and I believe that was in 2020. My understanding is that was during a COVID protocol, and the reason that became such a big issue was because the amount of people who were active with him, in which they perceived to be a cult, in which this is what Mr. Bishop and has been known as for spiritual teaching. He is perceived to have went to school to be an ordained minister, in which his teachings have been followed by Netflix, BBC, Discovery, Spotify, and Apple, all in which people have given him contracts. These are people who have followed his documentary for his spiritual teaching, and his teaching evolving around promoting a healthier eating and promoting a healthier lifestyle. And as far as the names of the nature boy, which will follow into the character of who he is, and then Mr. Bishop himself. I will be giving you more so about Mr. Bishop himself. Now, those things of the allegations of videos I did not see or was not present, but I would think that Netflix and these people who have paid him thousands and thousands of dollars to document and to film him, not just his recordings, but the recordings themselves of their production would not be pushing out any type of violence or any type of following of someone who will be doing so much to the far right of the perspective of being some bad things there. So I would keep that into consideration about the following and the use of the word cult. That this is a spiritual teaching to promote healthy eating, healthy lifestyle, and a spiritual being about itself. And the reason that he has been in those places was to promote those things. Some people may consider them to be a distraction to the world or the laws that has been there, in which he has been told to leave. And if it was so, he would pack up this stuff and go. And in that process of actually having followers going back to set up places for him to reside or live at, I would disagree with that. What happened is if he goes to Mexico or Costa Rica and those places, when he is asked to leave, there are people who decide to follow him and come with him legally over to the States to continue to follow it. And after this pickup of the charges, these people have now resorted back home, in which he was allowed. He basically, told them, you can go home, and as I fight this case, you can get ahead and go home. And these people now have went back home, but they have remained loyal to the teachings of Mr. Bishop. And that's what we have here, not more so of setting up places to abscond. And to refute that, what I would ask for is simple, a 24-hour curfew, an ankle monitor. There's plenty of things that the county of DeKalb can put into place that will assure him that he will be here. I'm not too sure of his passport status, but he is more than willing to give up his passport. And more than willing to put himself on a 24-hour ankle monitor, but for the release of him to be able to work, in which he has 2 jobs that will be outside of any type of social media, any type of documentaries that he has actual working in the county here, which would be a barbershop that he has opened up. He is a certified barber, and he has a landscaping business that he has running by close family members and friends that he would be able to go to. So that I would assume that to be satisfactory for his risk or flight risk. And he has been resident here in DeKalb County since at least dating back to 2014. So I'll present to you that he's not a flight risk. To get to the risk to community, that's why I would be willing to present the character witnesses. And if it's allowed to, I have up to 3. But if you would 1 for 1, 2, however you would decide to, I would just like to present them. And they have written statements that are no longer than a paragraph, in which they would just like to read to you here before Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead.
The first one I will call, if available, would be Mr. Ryan Wilson. Mr. Wilson available?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, yes. I received your statement in which it wasn't notarized, so the judge will allow you to just read your statement. What I would like to do is swear you in first, Judge, if I assist in, if I'm allowed to.
Go ahead.
May you raise your right hand?
Yep.
All right, and do you swear that one of you will give will be the whole truth and nothing but the truth? So help you God to this honorable court.
I do.
All right. Mr. Wilson, may you please state your first and last name and spell it out for this honorable court?
My name is Ryan Wilson. That's RyanWilson.
All right, and precisely, I would just ask you a basic question. How long have you known Alejo Bishop?
About 4 years.
All right. And in your 4 years, explain to the court the impact, or the positive or negative, whichever way it may be, impact that he has impacted on your life and to the families around in the 4 years that you have known him.
Yeah, what I can share is that my family consists of me, my wife, a 10-year-old daughter, and then we actually have a baby on the way. And one of Alejo's teachings with me is just the friendship and the bond that we've had together, and him always being there for me whenever I needed to, pick up the phone and ask questions or need help in regards of maybe my life or, my relationship with my wife or different things going on in my life. And one other thing that has been his teaching that really affected me was going and bringing awareness around food and teaching about, chemicals.
Okay, we're going beyond where you indicated we were, Mr. Edie. And this isn't a redo. This is an opportunity to get a redo at bond. It's a reconsideration, any additional information. So I don't want to get into all of that.
I got you. Mr. Wilson, I would just be imprecise. Would you just give the court and your relationship, I'm sorry, the phone is falling, and your relationship to how he has impacted you, and then as far as the community in which you were going, his risk to the community, anything that he has done for the community in which you guys lived in when y'all shared together. Just
what I can share is that he's given a lot of information out to the community because he's trying to reach out to the community and help the community in many different videos. Like we have said, there's many videos online and there's many videos about him trying to help. And what I can say is just to make this real short is, for my family, he's always been there to help. Always been there. Just one phone call away to help in any which way that he can be, because he just wants to give back that reaching hand and help out the community. That's what I'll share.
And one final question. Has he ever been a danger to you and your family?
Absolutely not.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Your Honor, may I?
Yes, no further questions.
Mr. Wilson, are you a member of his cult?
No, I'm not.
And have you ever lived at the 2993 Arbor Chase Drive in DeKalb County?
No, I have not.
And have you ever seen any of the videos of him directing women to hit other women?
I have seen videos, yes.
Oh, you have seen those videos?
I've seen videos that you're referring to, yes.
Okay. And it is still your testimony here today under oath that after seeing those videos, you feel that he is not a danger to the community?
I do not believe he is a danger to the community. He never has been. He never has been, and that's just my views, yes.
And that's your opinion, even after seeing those videos?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Reedy. Got another witness?
Yes, Miss Adriana Johnson. Miss Johnson, are you there?
Yes, hi. How are you doing?
I'm doing good in yourself. Would you please raise your right hand for this honorable court? And do you swear that the honor you will give will be the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, may you please state your full first and last name for this court?
Yes, my name is Adriana Johnson.
All right, and may you spell it?
AUDRIANA. My last name Johnson, JOHNSON.
All right. How long have you appreciate it. You can put your right arm down. How long have you known Mr. Alejo Bishop?
It's been more than 3 years now.
Okay. Precisely, in a paraphrasable type of substance, could you just explain to me or explain to the court, if any, good or bad, how he has impacted you and then the community in which y'all shared during your time together?
Yes. Well, I'm here to say that Alejo has been a dear friend of mine for more than 3 years now. And as a true friend, he has always been there for me, even in my darkest moments. He has always been able to provide me with great advice and emotional support anytime, like even when I needed it the most. And unlike a lot of other people, I know Alejo personally and not just from the internet. And if you know him, you know that he is a joy to be around and he is a pleasure to work with. Alejo is always upbeat and spreading positivity. He is a very courageous, charming, and down-to-earth person. Knowing Alejo, he is a very, very compassionate person, always willing to help people whenever he can. And just from me, like I said, knowing him personally, he has always operated with the purest heart and intent.
All right.
And his morals.
Work with him in the community. What are some of those things that you have done or you have witnessed when you say have done things in the community? What are some of those things?
Yeah, he has brought people together in beautiful ways. You get what I'm saying? He has traveled around just and with the spiritual teaching and the spiritual knowledge, he has allowed people to gain divine knowledge of self that help us navigate, on a path that can, it can be very overwhelming, just dealing with worldly things and all the troubles in the world. He has always brought people together. Like I've been around him when it's like big groups and just the way he organizes things, just the way he puts things together. He is a great leader. He is a great leader. And I have always known Alejo to operate with the purest heart and intent. Morals and principles are his top priority, and I would
hope that the courts can find it in their judgment today to, grant him bail and for him to be released after serving an extended amount of time thus far. I would hope that the courts, could just find it in their judgment, to grant him his bail.
All right, and one final question: are you a member of his spiritual teachings?
Yes, I do subscribe to his teachings. I've never been a member of the actual cult, but I do subscribe to his teachings. His teachings is universal. It's not nothing that no one can't, understand. If you sit and if you listen with an open mind and open heart, is facts. It's irrefutable facts.
Thank you. No further questions for this witness.
Thank you.
Yes, Mina?
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Johnson, so I know you said you subscribe to the teachings, but you're not a member of Carbon Nation, correct?
Yes.
And you didn't live at the 2993 Arbor Chase Drive in DeKalb County or any residence with Mr. Bishop?
No.
Okay. And you were not present the night that these incidents alleged occurred back on March 24th of 2022. Is that correct?
No, I was not.
Okay. And so you have no knowledge of what actually took place on that date?
Actually, I do have some knowledge, and that is only because the alleged victim did a live interview.
Okay.
Where she
let me stop you there. I don't want to know if you have some knowledge from what's been passed around on the internet. Were you actually present that day?
No, I wasn't. I've never been to that.
That's all I asked. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, I'm just going off of what the alleged victim has stated herself.
All right, thank you, Ms. Johnson. I appreciate it.
Okay, Ms. Reed.
All right, and I have one last witness, Miss Mayat Singleton.
Good morning.
Good morning, Miss Singleton. How are you?
I'm fine.
All right, may you please raise your right hand? And do you swear that the testimony you give before this honorable court will be the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Yes, all right, you put your right hand down. How long have you known Mr. May you please state your name and spell your name for this honorable court?
My name is Mayat Singleton, MA'Singleton.
Okay, and how long have you known Mr. Bishop?
Nearly 6 years now.
All right, what's your relationship with Mr. Bishop?
We are friends.
Okay, and precise with the time that you have shared together, could you share with any experiences, good or bad, that you have witnessed and or worked with him in regards to him and contributing to the community in which y'all shared together?
I can. Our friendship has meant to me, as I am not a resident of Georgia. So,
be precise as far as anything such as any outreach or anything that you have seen him giving back, anything just precisely with him in the community in which y'all shared, whether it was.
I've seen him offer counsel and support to people, not just words. I've seen him offer financial support to people as part of the community, as well as myself and counsel.
Okay. And are you a quote unquote active member of his spiritual teachings or regarded in this court as a cult?
No, I'm not part of the cult.
Okay. And that would be the only questions that I have for this witness.
Thank you, Ms.
I have no questions for Ms. Singleton.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, anything further, Mr. Edie?
And nothing further as far as witnesses. I would just finish up my argument as far as the remaining factors of the case, and then I will be done with my presentation here.
Okay.
All right, so judges, I will go back. I will tell you that Mr. Bishop is a 30-year-old African-American male born in New York. He was born with a troubled childhood. As an infant, he lost both his mother and his father. And through that experience, he was able to make himself what I would consider to be a useful man of the community. He's the father of 4 children, from their ages of 13, 8, 4, and 3, and is currently active and involved in all of their lives. At some point, he became an ordained minister and a certified barber. In January of 2014, Mr. Bishop opened a successful barbershop here in the state of Georgia. The address will be 6013 Highway 42, which is called Bishop HD's Barbershop, in which that barbershop itself has held many community events. He has led chess tournaments, which allow people places to go and give out free haircuts for the children in the community, as well as to learn a game of chess. And most people take chess as something that would be taught throughout the lifelong lessons of kids to be instilled into them. He employed many different people from different backgrounds. One of the things that he promoted was asserting people who picked up a trade who was previously incarcerated, who picked up the trade of barbering while in jail. And upon their release, those are the people in which he actually was given jobs to and allowed them to be certified barbers at his job. Bishop's HD Barbershop Cuts is actually still open. It's still operating, and it is led by one of his closest friends named Lex. Once he left his barbershop, he then went on to his journey of a spiritual teaching, which he picked up a learning tool in which there. And part of that teaching is, again, as previously explained, has been followed and picked up by documentaries of very big known Discovery Channel, Netflix, Amazon, and things of that nature. He has also, he's also an author. He's given out plenty of books. One of his main books is called The B6 Diet, which he wrote on how to eat healthy and more of an organic. There's nothing different in his book that you'll be able to not look up in a cookbook from Kroger or Publix or anything like that. It's just the teaching of eating organic food, and it's not just limited to that. You have plenty of these books in which they are all free. They are on Spotify, they're on Apple Music, or anywhere that you can go buy on Kindle to get these books. He's authored over 17 books. They're available on all platforms. He also has a large catalog on his influential teaching. At that point, I believe, is where we get the disconnect from the social media in which he has now been placed with his character, in which people know him as now as the Nature Boy or the Sixth God. And these things have become a character in which Mr. Bishop and Mr. Character and the character of Mr. Bishop and the Sixth God or the Three God or whatever has been a disconnect. As a person, you have heard from different witnesses that he is a great use of the community. His platform is for spiritual teaching and for better uplifting in people in their health. These followings are people who are still here active and full of support. That is 3 of 3,000 that I could have presented, and which I just chose not to. These public teachings has attracted positive energy as well as the negative energy. His offering of these teachings ranges from anywhere, not just from the basis of spiritual.
Sorry, I thought you said that these 3 are not a member of the group, correct?
Yes, I'm sorry, I received a phone call. Yes, those 3 members stated that they're not members of the group, and at the time, I mean, these members are all over the world. So I could try to consider someone in close of nature. Last, I would just tell you that Mr. Bishop has inspired million people to just basically live a healthier lifestyle. As I would proceed to tell you that he has been in future contracts with plenty of people on social media as current as today. There are people that every time someone logs in, you get what they call certified checks, which was on Instagram as official pages of such as Netflix or things like that, who are in tune and follow, have reached out to me in ways that they can actually support and help him in this process. With that being said, I think that he has invested a good relationship in helping out and employing people. He has not harmed anyone or is not a danger to the community. And as far as the last option, which I think is something that would be super considerable, obviously we know where we're at in the discovery phase of this. But I would like to let you know that I have personally seen that the victim, the alleged victim, is currently active on social media. And when she's currently active on social media, she is actually still partaking with some of the people that are considered to be part of this cult. As early as maybe just 3-4 days ago, she's in a working relationship and still following the teachings of Mr. Bishop. She's I believe to be in a relationship with another follower of his cult, and a supreme follower, meaning someone who is actually possibly taking over and continuing the teachings, and that's who she's with. So she has been in video, has been in live, is what they call it, live video, live teachings with some of these people who were considered to be make him a danger to her. But as of recent, I have seen these with my own two eyes of her actually on social media with these people who are members of this cult, and she is still active with these people. So I would digress to say that he's not a danger to her, or she's not afraid of him in any type of manner, as she's actually lingering around and following the teachings and around the people in which he has a first-hand communication with. So I would allege that the state would have to look into that a little bit more as far as their witness. So with those being said, I would say that Mr. Bishop is entitled to a bond. I don't think that the ruling in the first bond was incorrect. Things have changed. The victim is actively being part of the people that he's around. He is not a danger to the community. There are witnesses who are here to testify that he has helped them in a personal level. I have listed out many of things that he has done prior to being picked up. And again, he stands before you an innocent man. I understand the charges that's alleged with him. I would love to go more in depth with some of the charges, as that would be a discovery issue that would come up that would allege for the other charges, such as the quote unquote revenge porn. I think that in discovery it would show completely differently that there have been times that is part of his teaching. Part of the teaching is part of teaching safe sex, and that this is something that has been previously in their history together. That is not being any type of revenge porn, and that would show out in discovery. So overall, I expect to do set a reasonable bond. He's not a flight risk. He's not opposed to an ankle monitor. He's not opposed to any type of house arrest. He would be able to monitor his barbershop. That would provide him income to be able to obtain an attorney. I think that he takes this quite serious. He has obtained leave for representation throughout the case, and that is not with the help of the big businesses that have reached out to me personally to help in each way, such as Netflix and Discovery, that these have been coming through him personally to help retain. I think he takes this case very serious. This is not something that he's overlooking, and that a bond is appropriate for this case, that he will be able to get not just back to his teachings, and he'll be okay if he has to be shut down on his teachings, that he has actual work to get into, but to be there for his family. He's active in his 4 kids' life and has been active throughout that process. We asked for a bond to be set and no more than $100,000. Theoretically, I would ask for a $50,000 bond, but to be reasonable with the court, a $100,000 bond will suffice. And I allow Mr. Bishop to post bond with 24-hour services and an ankle monitor to make sure that he will not be considered a flight risk. That would be it that I have for Mr. Bishop, and I would thank the court for your consideration. May blessings be upon you and your family. Thank you.
Okay, what I'm concerned that actually this seems to be much of the same information that would have been presented or could have been presented before Judge Bethel. He heard all of the evidence on it. I've not heard anything this morning that would cause the court to make a different decision from the decision that was made back in May. So I am going to deny your request for any modification or reconsideration of the decision that was made.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state will prepare that order. I believe that that concludes my business before this court, and may all parties on this case be excused.
Yes, everyone with the Bishop case may be excused. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Tabitha.
Holy shit! Yeah. What's up, everybody?
Putting on a banana court
Hello,
show today with
everybody. I didn't want to disturb you guys at all. I didn't want to disturb the show because I didn't want, somebody to listen or something. Hey, Rain Doe. Hey, Only One Mika. Hey, Miss Double. Hey, Lisa. Hey, O'Neil. What's up, bro? Hey, my boo, True Lace. Let me see. Hey, Chris. Hey, my Chrissy boo. Hey, my Tiffany baby. Hola. Hey, RL. Welcome. Hey, Blaze. What's up? If I missed anybody, hello, my people in the bushes. How you doing? Y'all deserve a hello too. Hey, Blanchy Pooh. And JB. Hey, Nene. NFO. What's up, love? Oh my God. Yo, he went. Oh God, y'all so funny. I was cracking up. I was scared to, and that's that. So he done tried 3 times to get the bond. I believe that would be pushing 3. He done tried it 3 times. And you could tell that judge already had, you could tell that judge had her mind made up. That mean that judge done seen some shit. That mean that judge seen some shit beforehand. That's what you so famous. Her grandkids was like, look at this, grandma. Grandma, before you go on in, look at this ninja, grandma. Grandma. Then he went and found 3 damn people off the street. God damn. Here go that girl. Yo, he found some. Well, we'll have that money. We'll take the 100. We'll take the $100,000, which means I got that 10G waiting. It wasn't the lawyer, but what can you do with that case? What can you do? Because her grandkids already showed the judge the video. Like, grandma, look at this ninja. You got this case tomorrow? Look at him. Grandma, look at him dancing in the rain. Grandma, look at he spread his legs. Wide eagle, grandma. Grandma, look. Jesus. Harpo. That's why I'm trying to stop on there, boo. How is it safe sex? I know he didn't. That's what I'm saying. They didn't even find him on Instagram, Blint. They went to the nearest corner. Was like, yo, she's like, yeah, but I don't live in. I knew him for 6 years. I don't. They didn't tell anything about his character. Stupid. It don't take a rocket scientist to figure out he has done nothing. They was trying to hear something, like, this man, like, feed the needy. Like, this man took that book and he donated to people who was obese. They wanted to hear something. I'm sorry, Tiff. I'm sorry, Tiff. I'm sorry, Tiff. I'm sorry, Tiff. That's the point. They wanted to hear something about his character. Now, if he would have said, he all 4 of his kids' lives, well, can we have their mother as a witness out and passed out? Can you go get your baby's mamas? All 4 of them being that you in all 4 of your kids' lives. Can you go get their mamas? Can they be the witnesses, please? To die. I mean, he kind of do feel the need. Look at True. Joe, they went, you couldn't find nobody else. And remember, that's not the lawyer's fault. That's the character witness's fault. Now, it's the lawyer's fault that he didn't. I mean, what type of questions can you ask them? They don't really know Nature Boy. They don't know Nature Boy to even, like, every time the damn witness asked the question, they didn't have an answer. They don't know Nature Boy. Damn judge ain't stupid. The judge ain't stupid. You all the way good. I'm just trying to take it for the team today. We've been waiting for. He brought a bunch of people to the woods to poop and tree. Oh yeah, he had people sit up there and feed the trees poop, Your Honor. His track phone was failing. He wrote on them kids' notebook papers. Okay, guys, so being that he tried 3 times in a row, that means he's in there to trial, right? That means he will be in jail until trial. How does that go? The 3 blind mice, see how they run, see? And then they want to sit up there, stupid. They see, and then you see how the lawyer tried to be slick. Oh yeah, she with one of the members now, so she's still down with it. They ain't even help your ass. because technically that was something new. That was something new. It's going to the grand jury for a bond or for the hearing. Can't wait to hear what Spoonface has to say now. And here he go. We'll take the $100,000 bond today. Not today, damn it. Nobody tell you to pick up no damn people on the corner. And then that girl seemed high or something. He was asking enough questions for her. You want to question her? And she was like, nah. Because she made it. The third one they got from the corner was terrible. And the other one, well, can you find in your heart? And then she did. First of all, that's not to be presented at a bond hearing. Stupid. That's to be presented at the hearing. I mean, for the trial. All that other stuff, proving him guilty or not, that's for the trial. Then you bring up the letter and all this other stuff that she's doing. This is about him getting a bond. You got to make it seem like he is the best man ever. Now, that lady could have been like really nasty and say he owned it or his friend owned it. Because if his friend is running his barbershop, why his friend wasn't a witness? Why did you find three dum-dums, dumb, and dumber, right? Dumb, dumber, and dumbest. You found three dumb people. Why didn't the people from his barbershop come and vouch for him? Now, they would have been a better character witness. Well, I ain't have no job. He got me a job. He's always look, hey, Bernicia, welcome. That barbershop been gone. Long gone, long gone. Once she said he didn't appear for a case, that was it. Twice, yeah, truly. The first hearing said he sold the barbershop. Oh. Yeah, something special happened on his third damn bond. He got denied for the third time. And here they go. They gotta let him out. After 90 days, they gotta let him go. Not today. Today happened to be a 7 and not a 6. Today happened to be the 7th and not the 6th. The wrong day, damn it. The judge knew those were random. Yeah, you could tell they was random people. The last one was embarrassing. They are saving all those lies for the big day, the trial. I bet it's going to be about a two-year trial. Why didn't they submit the letters from? That's what I said. No, they couldn't. They was asking for people who's not in the code. That's why they kept saying, I'm not in the code. And then dumb girl said, well, I study. If you studying behind him, then that means you in the code, dummy. If you studying his work, that means you are in the code. What they wanted to hear from somebody who is not in the code, who does not study what he's teaching, because that means you are a student, dummy. Where they find these damn dummies at? And I already showed you guys the law firm that they chose was the wrong law firm. Remember we did research on it? Remember we did research on the law firm? They picked the wrong law firm. Letters from the barbershop he works at and whole chest game. Why would you pick anybody? You can't pick nobody who say he helped me. That means you are accident. Thank you, Lisa. Bam, bam, bam. They didn't do their homework. They did not do their homework. That's right, Lisa. You got to pick somebody who's not a student. somebody who just knows Eligio Bishop. Didn't the second girl go live with them for a minute? That's the girl. She was yo, they saw her video on YouTube, and they was like, yo, then they like, and he got jobs, and he got jobs lined up. That motherfucker ain't got that motherfucker say he don't work. He don't work for the white man. Well, God, oh, he gonna levitate tonight, baby. He didn't levitate today in the daytime, but he gonna levitate tonight. They have a large amount of evidence. It's going to be a long trial. That old lady is gonna have arthritis and cataracts by the time that case is. God didn't fly to jail. I mean, here we go, regular folks. We regular folks and regular people, and we a better damn lawyer. Well, it's like I said, the lawyer put on a spot because Nature Boy, somebody saw that girl do a video, asked her to be a character witness. They went and found the white man to be a character witness because they thought the white man would help them. White man made him look even worse. Then they found that trick on the corner, and yeah, and what the fuck? Oh God, we're gonna watch that last part again. Have mercy. Where they do this at? Eligio, but he got that money though. He got money. He just need to save it for his books. He got that money, honey. I want to get back to the damn, what you call it. That shit was funny as hell. That shit was funnier than hell.
He never has been, and that's just my views, yes.
And that's your opinion, even after seeing those videos?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Now, he said he saw the videos, stupid, and he should have said, no, I never seen them videos. He said, yeah, I seen the videos. And he's not a flight risk, right? Now, she would have said, Blanche, I'm going to delete myself. Oh, God. Facebook Marketplace. Mika, quick giving them fools ideas. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. He isn't odd that Nature Boy hasn't refused food because he ain't doing nothing. If they say eat this pig feet, he gonna eat that damn pig feet because in his mind he's gonna say, I haven't been in no trouble. I comply with everything. I'm a good boy. I thought the second girl is the one that called him while he was in jail. Was one of those people Elway? No. Was the white dude Elway? No. That was not Elway. That's her name, Elway. I think that's who the last lady was, or the man. No. And if that was Elway, girl. And if she was, they dismissed her so fast. Because not to mind you, that lady right there is good. Okay, then they always mention an Elway. Well, Elway, that's her boy. That's her boy. Now I can't guarantee you if that last girl wasn't Elway, but she never said that was her name. But I don't know what she looks like. But I don't know. True drinking his Wild Irish Rose. Oh, the DA didn't even come up for air. True drinking that Ripple. That he drinking that shampoo. He can't afford Ripple today. He got the shampoo. Exactly. I believe that too, Ewe. True was going. True will be going live later on. I'm like, why? Y'all was so. Why did y'all sit up there and talk about? You called that girl all types of names, which is recorded. True, and Nature Boy can't get mad because True said that Nature Boy gave him permission. He the one. Oh, she done had XEX with Martin Luther King and Franklin Douglas. You called that girl all them degrading names. Why would you do that to a witness? Did you, Sheba, and little, what's his name? I call him Little Smurf. He remind me of a Smurf. Mr. Tifus. Why would y'all go and say anything about what she's doing? Y'all could have spoke about Solar, but y'all had no business putting the Terry's name in your mouth. She is still a witness. What the hell was y'all thinking? Jojo. True yelling at the birds for singing. He got his bucket of chicken. True going to be 38. Hot today. Oh, God. You know what I'm saying? Why? Oh, she this, she that. And every last one of y'all came after her. Y'all stupid. What type of coat you got, Nature Nut? That's the type of coat when you tell them I'm your higher self. Instead of teaching them how to be smart, you taught them damn sciences, but you didn't teach them how to think. Who does that? Well, let me go on the internet and tell everybody how much of a whore and slut and all these type of things she is. Let me tell everybody how she. Who does that? Hey, L House, how you doing? His father was messing up the case. They stupid. He got his bucket of chicken sitting once. Yo, where they find these people at? Why did y'all go online? Well, let me talk about her. Let me call her all types of names. Hey, Panamanian princess. What's up, boo? No sympathy from this chat. And the other lady who dipped in and dipped out, talking about judge ye less or he will be judged. We ain't the judge in this case. That lady was the judge. Don't come for us. We wasn't the judge, damn it. That lady who told him access denied. That's the judge. He likes all types of downloads. Oh my God. Well, we're gonna see that again.
Yeah. Okay, Ms. Reedy. Another witness.
See, if you look at this judge's face, I'm telling you, her grandkids put her on. Her grandkids was like, Grandma, look. He told that one to slap that one. Grandma, you got to come check out this negrette. She always come to slay RC. Welcome. I'm telling you, look at this judge's face. She already knew. She already knew what was up. She said, after my grandkids done showed me this damn ninja, damn it, what the hell? Grandma did not sit up to grandma know everything. Because you know grandmas know everything. Grandma know everything, damn it. Grandma know everything. I bet that Addie took that coat off and sitting at the bus stop eating the spam sandwich and drinking his Fanta. Fanta. All right, let me be. This is why we already watched the whole thing, so now I can talk. Look at grandma know what's up. She know what time it is. Look at grandma's face, like, okay, but I'm gonna let you. Grandma was even like, what the hell? These are the witnesses that he was like, let me tell you how dumb his witnesses are. He go, first, my witnesses wrote a letter. But guess what? Now, this is 3 different witnesses. They didn't get it notarized. So I told them to come to court, to be ready for court. You couldn't find a notary public? They couldn't even find a notary Republican. Republic. I think that would have been better than seeing y'all faces. God damn. Where they do this at? Talk about the black man is God. It looks like the woman is okay. Tell it. That judge looked like she can't cook some good greens and sweet potato pies and give you a big cup of cherry Kool-Aid. Grape Kool-Aid, but chocolate Kool-Aid is good too. I take that back. Grape Kool-Aid. The judge knew immediately what was up. I tell you, the grandkids, the grandkids, the grannies, the grandkids like, Grandma, look at this. This who you got tomorrow? He said his name is God. His name Babaji. He said he's the smartest man on earth, Grandma.
Yes, Miss Adriana Johnson.
That's the girl Anna who do the videos.
Miss Johnson, are you there?
Yes, hi. How are you doing?
I'm doing good in yourself. Would you please raise your right hand for this honorable court?
She's gonna raise
her
left
hand. The honor you will give will be the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
All right, may you please state your full first and last name for this court?
Yes, my name is Adriana Johnson.
All right, and may you spell it?
AUDRIANA. My last name Johnson, JOHNSON.
All right. How long have you appreciate it? You can put your right arm down. How long have you known Mr. Alejo Bishop?
It's been more than 3 years now.
Okay. Precisely, in a paraphrasable type of substance, could you just explain to me or explain to the court, if any, good or bad, how he has impacted you and then the community in which y'all shared during your time together?
Yes. Well, I'm here to say that Leo has been a dear friend of mine for more than 3 years now. And as a true friend, he has always been there for me, even in my darkest moments. He has always been able to provide me with great advice and emotional support anytime, like even when I needed it the most. And unlike a lot of other people, I know Alejo personally and not just from the internet. And if you know him, you know that he is a joy to be around and he is a pleasure to work with. Alejo is always upbeat and spreading positivity. He is a very courageous, charming, and down-to-earth person. Knowing Alejo, he is a very, very compassionate person, always willing to help people whenever he can. And just from me, like I said, knowing him personally, he has always operated in the purest, with the purest heart and intent.
All right.
Hold up. She said she know him personally. I don't remember you ever looking at, I don't know if you don't know him personally. Was she ever at one of them damn houses, guys? Look at how she trying to say his name. I know, right? She can't even say the man's name right. Wow. All they have to do, look at the videos and see he is a complete opposite. Grandma know keys to life. I tell you, the grandkids like, Grandma, Grandma, look at this. This that mofo you got tomorrow, Grandma.
And his moral.
Work with him in the community. What are some of those things that you have done or you have witnessed and you say
nothing
have done things in the community? What are some of those things?
Nothing.
Yeah, he has brought people together in beautiful ways. You get what I'm saying? He has traveled around just and with the spiritual teaching and the spiritual.
And what do you mean? You get what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Know what I mean? You don't go in there talking street. And what the hell you got a do-rag on? You in there with a do-rag on your head, that was dumb. Then you talking street, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? No, we don't. No, we don't. You're supposed to tell us what you mean. You don't ask a judge, do she know what you mean? You're supposed to tell the judge what you mean. Yo, where they find these people at? My God. People gonna blow her damn YouTube channel up. They're gonna blow her ass up sitting there with a damn do-rag on her head. You don't put no do-rag on your head in the damn front of a judge, stupid.
Knowledge, he has allowed people to gain divine knowledge of self that help us navigate, on a path that can, it can be very overwhelming, just dealing with worldly things and all the troubles in the world. He has always brought people together. Like I've been around him when it's like big groups, and just the way he organizes things, just the way he puts things together. He is a great leader. He is a great leader. And I have always known Alio to operate with the purest heart and intent. Morals and principles are his top priority, and I would hope that the courts can find it in their judgment today to, grant him bail and for him to be released after serving an extended amount of time thus far. I would hope that the courts, could just find it in their judgment.
No, we don't know.
Grant him his bail.
All right, and one final question: are you a member of his spiritual teachings?
Yes, I do subscribe to his teachings. I've never been a member of the actual cult, but I do subscribe to his teachings. His teachings is universal. It's not, it's not nothing that no one can't, understand. If you sit and if you listen with an open mind and open heart, is facts. It's irrefutable facts.
Thank you. No further questions for this witness.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Johnson, so I know you said you subscribe to the teachings, but you're not a member of Carbonation, correct?
Yes.
And you didn't live at the 2993 Arbor Chase Drive in DeKalb County or any residence with Mr. Bishop?
No.
Okay. And you were not present the night that these incidents alleged occurred back on March 24th of 2022, is that correct?
No, I was not.
Okay. And so you have no knowledge of what actually took place on that date?
Actually, I do have some knowledge, and that is only because the alleged victim did a live interview.
Okay, let me stop you there. I don't want to know if you have some knowledge from what's been passed around on the internet. Were you actually present that day?
No, I wasn't. I've never been to that.
That's all I asked. Thank you.
Okay, I'm just going off of what the alleged victim has stated.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Ms. Johnson. I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you, Reed.
All right, and I have one last witness. Miss Mayat Singleton.
Good morning.
Good morning, Miss Singleton. How are you?
I'm fine.
All right, may you please raise your right hand. And do you swear that the testimony you give before this honorable court will be the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Yes, all right, you put your right hand down. How long have you known Mr. May you please state your name and spell your name for the honorable court?
My name is Mayat Singleton, MA'Singleton.
Okay, and how long have you known Mr. Bishop?
Nearly 6 years now.
All right, what's your relationship with Mr. Bishop?
We are friends.
Okay, and precise with the time that you have shared together, could you share with any experiences, good or bad, that you have witnessed and or worked with him in regards to him and contributing to the community in which y'all share together?
I can. Our friendship has meant to me, as I am not a resident of Georgia. So,
be precise as far as anything such as any outreach or anything that you have seen him giving back, anything just precisely with him in the community in which y'all shared, whether it was true.
I've seen him offer counsel and support to people, not just words. I've seen him offer financial support to people as part of the community, as well as myself and counsel.
Okay. And are you a quote unquote active member of his spiritual teachings or regarded in this court as a cult?
No, I'm not part of the cult.
Okay. And that would be the only questions that I have for this witness.
Thank you, Adriana.
I have no questions for Ms. Singleton.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, anything further, Mr. Edie?
And nothing further as far as witnesses. I would just finish up my argument as far as the remaining factors of the case, and then I will be done with my presentation here.
Okay.
All right, so Judge, as I will go back, I will tell you that Mr. Bishop is a 30-year-old African-American male born in New York. He was born with a troubled childhood. As an infant, he lost both his mother and his father. And through that experience, he was able to make himself what I would consider to be a useful man of the community. He's the father of 4 children, from their ages of 13, 8, 4, and 3, and is currently active and involved in all of their lives. At some point, he became an ordained minister and a certified barber. In January of 2014, Mr. Bishop opened a successful barbershop here in the state of Georgia. The address will be 6013 Highway 42, which is called Bishop HD's Barbershop, in which that barbershop itself has held many community events. He has led chess tournaments, which allow people places to go and give out free haircuts for the children in the community, as well as to learn a game of chess. And most people take chess as something that will be taught throughout the lifelong lessons of kids to be instilled into them. He employed many different people from different backgrounds. One of the things that he promoted was asserting people who picked up a trade who was previously incarcerated, who picked up the trade of barbering while in jail. And upon their release, those are the people in which he actually was given jobs to and allowed them to be certified barbers at his job. Bishop's HG Barbershop Cuts is actually still open. It's still operating, and it is led by one of his closest friends named Lex. Once he left his barbershop, he then went on to his journey of a spiritual teaching, which he picked up a learning tool in which there. And part of that teaching is, again, as previously explained, has been followed and picked up by documentaries of very big known Discovery Channel, Netflix, Amazon, and things of that nature. He's also an author. He's given out plenty of books. One of his main books is called The B6 Diet, which he wrote on how to eat healthy and more of an organic. There's nothing different in his book that you'll be able to not look up in a cookbook from Kroger or Publix or anything like that. It's just the teaching of eating organic food, and it's not just limited to that. You have plenty of these books in which they are all free. They are on Spotify, they're on Apple Music, or anywhere that you can go buy on Kindle to get these books. He's authored over 17 books. They're available on all platforms. He also has a large catalog on his influence in teaching. At that point, I believe, is where we get the disconnect from the social media in which he has now been placed with his character, in which people know him as the nature boy or the sixth god. And these things have become a character in which Mr. Bishop and Mr. The character of Mr. Bishop and the sixth god or the three god or whatever has been a disconnect. As a person, you have heard from different witnesses that he is a great use of the community. His platform is for spiritual teaching and for better uplifting in people in their health. These followings are people who are still here active and full of support. That is 3 of 3,000 that I could have presented, and which I just chose not to. These public teachings has attracted positive energy as well as the negative energy. His offering of these teachings ranges from anywhere, not just on the basis of spiritual.
Sorry, I thought you said, but these 3 are not a member of the group, correct?
Yes, I'm sorry, I received a phone call. Yes, those 3 members stated that they're not members of the group, and at the time, I mean, these members are all over the world. So I could try to consider someone in close of nature. Last, I would just tell you that Mr. Bishop has inspired millions of people to just basically live a healthier lifestyle. As I would proceed to tell you that he has been in future contracts with plenty of people on social media as current as today. There are people that every time someone logs in, you get what they call certified checks, which was on Instagram as official pages of such as Netflix or things like that, who are in tune and follow, have reached out to me in ways that they can actually support and help him in this process. With that being said, I think that he has invested a good relationship in helping out and employing people. He has not harmed anyone or is not a danger to the community. And as far as the last option, which I think is something that would be super considerable, obviously we know where we're at in the discovery phase of this. but I would like to let you know that I have personally seen that the victim, the alleged victim, is currently active on social media. And when she's currently active in social media, she is actually still partaking with some of the people that are considered to be part of this cult. As early as maybe just 3-4 days ago, she's in a working relationship and still following the teachings of Mr. Bishop. She's I believe to be in a relationship with another follower of his cult, and a supreme follower, meaning someone who is actually possibly taking over and continuing the teachings, and that's who she's with. So she has been in video, has been in live, is what they call it, live video, live teachings with some of these people who were considered to be make him a danger to her. But as of recent, I have seen these with my own two eyes of her actually on social media with these people who are members of this cult, and she is still active with these people. So I would digress and say that he's not a danger to her, or she's not afraid of him in any type of manner, as she's actually lingering around and following the teachings and around the people in which she has a first-hand communication with. So I would allege that the state would have to look into that a little bit more as far as their witness. So with those being said, I would say that Mr. Bishop is entitled to a bond. I don't think that that the ruling in the first bond was incorrect. Things have changed. The victim is actively being part of the people that he's around. He is not a danger to the community. There are witnesses who are here to testify that he has helped them in a personal level. I have listed out many of things that he has done prior to being picked up. And again, he stands before you in this.
They ain't state shit. He helped. They missed the plenty of things they did on a personal level. Mama Smurf said, Belden, I know Solar got the theory to make Nature Boy look good. She's only going to make his case stronger. I mean, it depends on what Solar got to say. So Solar may remember, members can turn too. Members can turn too. And as of yesterday, Solar said, Nature Boy, you owe me a daughter. You owe me a daughter. So they may want him more than what they want Terry, because Solar got some things to say. Solar, but it's no crime. It's no crime. It's no crime. And that was the real guard. That was the real God that said these people. Then he says he told them to go home. He told them to go home while they do this case and all this other type of stuff. And these people helped him. So do Musa. So do Musa.
I said, man, I understand the charges that's alleged with him. I would love to go more in depth with some of the charges that would be a discovery issue that would come up that would allege for the other charges, such as the quote unquote revenge porn. I think that in discovery it would show completely differently that there have been times that is part of his teaching. Part of the teaching is part of teaching safe sex, and that this is something that has been previously in their history together.
I missed that part. Did he say safe sex? Why I didn't tell me he said that? I missed that part the first go around. He said that's a part of his teachers. His teachers safe sex. Holy shit! Why I didn't tell me he said safe sex? Oh God! Oh my God! Oh, he said that's the part of him teaching safe sex. Hey, me the great one. What's up, sweetie? Oh my God! Did he say? Oh, you didn't hear that, Neva? Did he say how? Did he say safe sex? Oh, holy shit! You know what? I thought y'all was the best. Y'all didn't say nothing about safe sex, or maybe I didn't. Maybe y'all said it and I didn't hear it. That's probably what y'all was joking about in the chat, but I missed the safe sex part. Holy shit! Holy shit! Say, let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about. Oh God! And this guy talking confident. He must have look at that judge face. No can do. No can do.
He's around. He's not a danger to the community. There are witnesses who are here to testify that he has helped them in on a personal level. I have listed out many of things that he has done prior to being picked up. And again, he stands before you an innocent man. I understand the charges that's alleged with him. I would love to go more in depth with some of the charges that would be a discovery issue that would come up that would allege for the other charges, such as the quote unquote revenge porn. I think that in discovery it would show completely differently that there have been times that is part of his teaching. Part of the teaching is part of teaching safe sex, and that this is something that has been previously in their history together. That is not being any type of revenge porn, and that would show out in discovery. So overall, I expect to do set a reasonable bond. He's not a flight risk. He's not opposed to an ankle monitor. He's not opposed to any type of house arrest. He would be able to monitor his barbershop. That would provide him income to be able to obtain an attorney. I think that he takes this quite serious. He has obtained legal representation throughout the case, and that is not with the help of the big businesses that have reached out to me personally to help in each way, such as Netflix and Discovery, that these have been coming through him personally to help retain. I think he takes this case very serious. It's not something that he's overlooking, and that a bond is appropriate for this case, that he will be able to get not just back to his teachings, and he'll be okay if he has to be shut down on his teachings, that he has actual work to get into, but to be there for his family. He's active in his 4 kids' life and has been active throughout that process.
He said, yes, I can stop it now. If anybody want to see the whole thing without interruption, I did it in the beginning. I'm just going back over what he said. He said, even if he got to stop his teachings and be a family man to his 4 kids, God, do you know they could find out if he's okay, where's his family at? To his 4 kids. He never seen damn Buddha a day in his life. He don't even know where Buddha is at. He don't even know where Pocahontas is at. Velvet is also the baby mother that has a damn do not disturb her, leave her alone charge. So he's not involved in them 2 kids' life. The other mother went and moved somewhere. The other one lives in Jersey. So how is he on 4 of these kids' lives? This poor lawyer just thought of shit. He just sat back and thought it. That's a shame when you so messed up as a person, they can't find nothing nice to say. They gotta make up shit. They gotta make up stuff. And he sound like really he sound really convincing. Yeah, and we'll get to that. And we'll get to that. And we'll get to that. God damn. I know this lawyer's like, whoever stuck me with this case, I would like to be fired. Please fire me. Please fire me now.
Ask for bond to be set no more than $100,000. Theoretically, I would ask for a $50,000 bond, but to be reasonable with the court, $100,000 bond will suffice. And I allow.
Yo, he talking mad shit. He talking mad shit. Well, we gonna get this bond. We want bond should be set at $100,000. Keep. But I should ask for a $50,000 bond. Keep. But you know what? We'll take the $100,000. We got the money like that. We'll take the $100,000 bond. Keep. You got it like that, right? So he didn't even want the bond hearing lowered. I'm gonna keep it at $100,000. Matter of fact, just keep your money because you don't need it. Keep it. You're gonna need that money to pay for that damn trial. Nature Boy should have worked for Walmart stacking baskets. He just became an addy last night. Oh Lord. Yep, that's part of his teaching, Panamanian. He would be about 101 something. He talking like about we would ask for 50,000, but we got it like that. And we'll give you an extra 5,000 to get us out. We'll give you the extra 5G to get me out. We'll take Trying to be cute, huh? God damn. It's a tragedy. Nature Boy, this is a tragedy. This is a catastrophe. Catastrophe. You know, they didn't want us to see Nature Boy his bald head. Because he can't put that makeup on his head now. He ain't got the tree oil. He ain't got nothing. All his hair falling back out and shit, right? They didn't want us to see him at all.
Mr. Bishop to post bond with 24-hour services and an ankle monitor. So
he's still talking shit with a 24-hour services. He giving demands, 24-hour services and an ankle monitor. Keep talking shit like you got it like that. You thought them three witnesses helped your ass?
I would say that Mr. Bishop is entitled to a bond. I don't think that that the ruling in the first bond was incorrect. Things have changed. The victim is actively being part of the people that he's around. He is not a danger to the community. There are witnesses who are here to testify that he has helped them in a personal level. I have listed out many of things that he has done prior to being picked up. And again, he stands before you an innocent man. I understand the charges that's alleged with him. I would love to go more in depth with some of the charges, as that would be a discovery issue that would come up that would allege for the other charges, such as the quote unquote revenge porn. I think that in discovery it would show completely differently that there have been times that is part of his teaching. Part of the teaching is part of teaching safe sex, and that this is something that has been previously in their history together. That is not being any type of revenge porn, and that would show out in discovery. So overall, I expect to do set a reasonable bond. He's not a flight risk. He's not opposed to an ankle monitor. He's not opposed to any type of house arrest. He would be able to monitor his barbershop. That would provide him income to be able to obtain an attorney. I think that he takes this quite serious. He has obtained leave for representation throughout the case, and that is not with the help of the big businesses that have reached out to me personally to help in each way, such as Netflix and Discovery, that these have been coming through him personally to help retain. I think he takes this case very serious. This is not something that he's overlooking, and that a bond is appropriate for this case, that he will be able to get not just back to his teachings, and he'll be okay if he has to be shut down on his teachings, that he has actual work to get into, but to be there for his family. He's active in his 4 kids' life and has been active throughout that process. We asked for a bond to be set in no more than $100,000. Theoretically, I would ask for a $50,000 bond, but to be reasonable with the court, a $100,000 bond will suffice. And I allow Mr. Bishop to post bond with 24-hour services and an ankle monitor to make sure that he will not be considered a flight risk. That would be it that I have for Mr. Bishop, and I would thank the court for your consideration. May blessings be upon you and your family. Thank you.
Okay, what I'm concerned that actually this seems to be much of the same information that would have been presented or could have been presented before Judge Bethel. He heard all of the evidence on it. I've not heard anything this morning that would cause the court to make a different decision from the decision that was made back in May. So I am going to deny your request for any modification or reconsideration of the decision that was made.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state will prepare that order. I believe that that concludes my business before this court, and may all parties on this case be excused.
Yes, everyone with the Bishop case may be excused. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Take time.
Let's hear what the T has to say. Hey, Shantae, boo. Our grandma is the judge. Grandma, grandkids done hooked up.
After all that, putting on a banana court show today with, all these remote fake cult members who have no inside information into what was really going on behind the scenes. They're being called as character witnesses. And interestingly enough, none of his witnesses were beyond 6 years. So no one beyond or past the point of him deciding to become a cult leader. So I thought that was really interesting. I really appreciate you all tuning in today. Thank you so much for, thanks for being here. I'm going to show another video that kind of kind of precludes the arrest and just basically Nature Boy manifesting himself into the position that he's in right now. So now I'll take a look at this one while I do one last thing. And y'all discuss in the chat. Tell me what you think.
Fuck for me, man. Fuck for my niggas that can't get no pussy, man. You know what I'm saying? I fuck for my bitch. I'm still on something. You just put it back, I fuck for my niggas behind bars, man. I know how it feels. Yo, I fuck Aya for y'all. I fucking create a song for y'all. I get my soul sucked just for y'all niggas. I don't even be wanting pussy. I fuck for y'all niggas behind the bars. So, I know how I feel that Fifi, nigga. How I'm out here rubbing it for you. I be getting tired of all this pussy I got, bro.
Yo, you heard what Stupid said. Well, he ain't got to worry about that now. He ain't got the, this is not safe sex. He say teach safe sex. Oh my God. Oh my gosh.
How I'm out here loving it for you. I be getting tired of all this pussy I got, bro. Which one you like? Put it in the chat. Which one you want? Which one you want, son? Talk to me. Which one you want? What do you want? Like what? I put it all on fucking Twitter for you, nigga. Show you how I'm living, nigga. Me and you, we brothers, man. Don't do this. Fuck on, man. On Twitter. Right here. Yeah. Fuck on, nigga. You better keep your bitch away from me, nigga. You know what time it is? Real niggas know what it is. We ain't gotta say it from a mile away. You know what time it is? But I don't sell pussy. I'm selling my knowledge. And I ain't selling getting away for free. So whoever's willing. But these women, shit, you can take money. Do whatever you want. I don't care. Guess what? It's still gonna come back. You know what I'm saying? Once a whore hit that block, shit, what you gonna do? You Captain Save a hoe now? You wanna save these hoes? You wanna save these hoes, huh? That's what you worried about? Nigga, we play with these hoes. This ain't nothing. This cheap shit, nigga. We do whatever we want with women, nigga. What are you talking about? If it wasn't for white supremacy, there wouldn't be no equal women rights, nigga. That shit happened because the white man is here. Nigga, if it wasn't that, nigga, we have our foot on these hoes, nigga. We be throwing these hoes around, nigga. What you think we doing behind the scenes? What you think we doing behind the scenes? Real niggas is like, yo, look at this bitch out here. Look at this bitch out here. Nigga, look, we be sending these pictures to each other. I don't give a fuck about y'all hoes. We cheap. We think shit. I got niggas going on balls. Listen to me. Damn, I'm a prison boy. Call me. Keep doing your thing, nigga. Real niggas. They got us. You know, they got a lot of, you know.
Me too, Shantae.
But, you know.
He is a horror movie.
We can't let niggas see it. We're like the Men in Black. You never see us coming through that now. Right in front of your face, but you never see us coming. Because we could do this. Yeah. We could do this. We could do this. Yes. I'm the kind of nigga that, if a nigga come to me, I'm a roach. It's different kind of niggas in this world. See me, if a bigger nigga coming up, I'm like this. God. Sorry, guys. And see, because I'm in touch with my divine feminine and masculine, I'm gonna make you get nice and comfortable. I'm gonna disarm. And then I'm gonna eat your dick off. Y'all niggas is reasoning and compromising and manipulating bitches. We did what we wanted with women. Y'all niggas is bugged the fuck out. Yo, listen, bro. We don't give a fuck about no bitch. What? We would go to other tribes, still ain't bitches and fuck them and kidnap them and they kids. I'm serious. The tribal shit is not the same as just, you walk around in this system. I'm not saying to do none of that shit because they still ruling, but I'm just saying we was different. That's what the hood is all about. Those are the real niggas that was here before this shit started. And they threw us in cages so that they can have domination. And the niggas that y'all fucking with, the niggas that had to adapt to survive. So when I'm addressing a nigga, I'm trying to check if I spill radar, if I feel me checking back to me. If I don't, I detect pussy. And if I detect pussy, I'ma fuck it. Any way I can, manipulate it, twist it, these niggas around me pussy. And I'm fucking them. You feel me? I do what I want. I'm a king. You can't tell me what I can do, especially if they agree to do it. I can do what the fuck I want. It's enough that I ain't tearing this bitch out. We out here chilling, waiting on the sun to get to a certain degree, nigga. Something special about to happen. Something special's about to happen. We feel it, we feel it, we feel it. Woo! Something special's about to happen. Something special's about to happen.
The hell? God damn.
Could not help it, you guys.
Something special gonna happen, all right.
We're gonna wrap this up in like 5 minutes. I'm gonna end this. I don't think none of y'all want to come up and talk about it. And you're probably working and
Christ. I hang out with lepers.
That's the other nature boy somebody was talking about. That's safe sex. That's the safest. That's the safest. Every lady in the that's the safest he gonna get it. I got him time for it. Now, we got Mr. True. Let's see what he got to say. Let's see. Let's look at his face. Look at his face. Oh my gosh, he done had that. Oh, so what? I gotta read the comments. I gotta get my glasses, guys, because I got to read these comments. I know these comments is gonna be funny as sugar honey iced tea, baby. Sugar honey iced tea. Okay, one say Solomon has been kicked He ain't broadcasting no more. Right, let's go.
Talk about principles, my boy. That's it. That's all we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about principles and we're gonna keep it moving. We gonna.
That's all you can do. That's all you can do. There's no bell for a reason.
Blend the knowledge up. You understand? We're gonna blend the knowledge up. We're gonna blend the knowledge up. You understand what I'm saying? With the drama. You understand what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of questions that ain't answered. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody caught up in the entertainment factor.
It's entertainment that he got denied bail again. Is that our entertainment or your entertainment? Because I will never say entertainment. But if you think your teeth, hey, is he coming home? No, not.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, what in the world wrong with that boy, man? Oh yeah, you gotta let the dead bury the dead, man. Let the dead bury the dead. Don't cast your pearls to swine. Face your demons. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All this little electricity my boy got, that shit gonna fade out, man.
Yes.
Y'all already see the pattern, man.
That's today.
When Velvet leave, oh my God, Velvet left. Everybody paying attention to Velvet. Then people just stop giving a fuck. Don't like give a fuck what Velvet doing. Oh my God, Tory left. Oh my God, Tory's doing so much better. Then nobody gives a fuck. Don't nobody give a fuck about Tory. Oh my God, Earth left. Oh my God, Earth left. Don't nobody give a fuck about Earth. Oh my God, y'all left. Y'all left. Nobody gives a fuck about y'all.
Technically, we
I don't
do.
give a fuck. Tell Solar to throw the lightning bolt, bitch. Throw it, motherfucker. What the fuck you goddamn... Nigga, throw it, nigga.
Ooh.
The fuck you waiting on, bitch? You up here trying to draw this shit out. Throw the motherfucking thunderbolt, bitch.
Oh, shit. You would think he would shut up.
Throw the motherfucking thunderbolt, ho. Fuck. You understand what I'm saying?
You would think he would shut up.
Come on, man. We can do this all day, man.
I know.
I told y'all niggas already, man. It's a lot of songs from T.I. It's a lot of songs from T.I. that I hold with me that apply today. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all niggas waiting on me to die. You gonna be waiting for a minute. I'm ready for whatever. Somebody better tell them I'll be here when the smoke clears and everything's settled for real. Y'all niggas, what's wrong with y'all niggas, man? What's wrong with y'all niggas, man? What you thought, nigga, was going? You thought I was gonna run away and get scared?
Biggest garden tool ever.
You thought I was gonna crawl away into the shadows? Come on, man.
We don't care.
I'm just trying to figure out, man, where the thunderbolt was at, man. You just bought that? You bought that motherfucker on Amazon? I'm trying to figure out where this damn thunderbolt was at this whole time. Was you charging that bitch up? You had that bitch on iPhone charger? Shit, what the fuck? This nigga had the thunderbolt on the iPhone charger.
True. You do know there is a trial coming up, right? You would think that you would leave them alone. I mean, I would personally leave them alone. Tell it, Lisa. Tell it. Go cry in the bushes. Will True still be pushing for Nature Boy yelling? Hey Bree, how you doing? Hey sweetie. Now, you gotta remember, you would think that he would shut up. You don't want more stuff brought out in trial. Trial is a whole different ball game. They got time to hear the bullshit. They got time to hear the bullshit. They also got time to have people give him more charges. Y'all should shut up. I would not be preaching his knowledge. I would have did the same thing the rest of them did, was denounce him and shut up. Even if you do not denounce him, I would shut up. I would not want to piss them off even more. I would not want to piss people off even more. Yeah, he want to be a cellmate. Why would you tell somebody to throw the button light, but then throw it then? Then when that damn button light hits your ass, you ain't gonna like how I feel. Don't forget, guys, if you are coming in the channel and you forgot to hit that like, please hit that like. And if you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe. Like right now, hit the subscribe. Hit the subscribe and hit the like. I will appreciate it. Thank you. Please support the channel and hit subscribe and hit the like. Do anybody know where my likes are at? Let me see where my likes are at. Oh, my like. Oh, we could get 4 likes. Can we get 4 likes out of you guys? Can we get 4 more likes? Oh, can we get 3 more likes, please? Yes, he has 0 credibility. Oh, my goodness. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you to the T. Now, let's continue this.
Fuck. Oh, the motherfucking Thunderbolt, nigga. Shit. Thing about it is, what I told y'all distraction was for. I foreseen this coming, man.
Okay.
I foreseen this coming. Oh, appreciate that, Tiny. I foreseen this coming. We foreseen this coming. Come on, man. It's the same thing every time, bro. Oh, my God. This happened. And y'all don't give a fuck, man. This shit just a trend, my nigga. Y'all enjoy y'all little shine now. But you got to understand, chess, when you play chess, you don't get excited because you capture a nigga queen. You don't get excited because you took somebody's good pieces. Chess is about the end game. Chess is about the end game. So y'all enjoy whatever it is, whatever type of victory y'all think y'all won, but we play for the end game. What they say? They say you might have won the battle. She ain't win no war. You understand? Oh yeah, that's another point. I was talking to Honor about last night. I said if Solar's so great, then he should be able to duplicate and show a carbonation where he should have his own carbonation, right? If he got it all figured out, and you know what I'm saying, he the one that's been applying the knowledge, then we should see some type of growth, right? We should see some type of nation where people following him and people, and he raising up kings, you understand what I'm saying, and queens. We should see a lot of kings and queens around Solar according to his ideology that he said in his video. So I'm gonna see how many kings and queens are about to be around Solar. You understand? I just want to see what, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to see what's produced. You understand what I'm saying? We're going to see what's produced. I already know the income of all of it because I already know what type of people y'all is. I tell y'all over and over again, I'm going to keep saying the same thing over and over again because principles don't change. You already know no love, social, real, recognize real. You already know. This is what I got to say, right? It's a pattern that happens. Y'all gotta understand. These people don't give a fuck. And I don't understand who the fuck Musa talking to and who the fuck Solar think they talking to. Y'all people don't give a fuck about Trayvon Martin no more. Y'all don't give a fuck about Kevin Samuels no more. And Kevin Samuels had way more of an impact than Solar and Musa. Yo, people's mind is like this. They like, what's next? What's next? What's next? What's next? What's next? What's next? Once y'all get tired of him, y'all gonna be on to the next. There's not gonna be anything sustainable about what they doing. There's nothing sustainable about what they're doing. Nothing. Anyway, back to the knowledge. So, you have to understand, y'all, that what you see us going through, you'll have to go through it too. You will have to go through this too. You're going to have to be persecuted for righteousness. You understand what I'm saying? You are going to have to face your demons. A lot of y'all can't even face your brothers and sisters in your house. Like, you understand what I'm saying? I'm on a whole nother level with it. This is an everyday thing. I looked forward to coming on live today because I already knew what was going to happen. Oh, people is going to repeat the same thing over and over again. Like, these people are not powerful. These people are not powerful. These people, what did I tell y'all all the time? What did I tell y'all yesterday? Because I was practicing, I was gearing myself up for this. Distractions show you how focused you are. The only power people have over you is the power you give them. These are demons. And what are demons? Demons are what? Low vibrational thought forms. What other power does a demon have other than my attention? The only effect a demon can have on me is my attention. A demon is a low vibrational thought form, a low vibrational perspective, but it's not the only perspective. You have to adopt and accept the perspective in order for it to be real in your life. What people think about you has no effect on your universe. When somebody's mad, you don't feel it. When somebody's sad, you don't feel it. People have to understand that in order for them to cast out these negative vibrations in the chat, they're casting it into their own universe. It's not affecting me, because what affects me, what affects my vibration is my thoughts. And my thoughts is contingent on my perspective. And I hold the highest perspective at all times. Like I told y'all, it doesn't matter what happens to me. It doesn't matter what happens to me. It's all about how I choose to respond. At all times, I know the universe is working out for me, because we've been in situations where things weren't looking so hot and they transform and alchemize into something beautiful. You have to understand that whatever life you want to live, you have to be willing to endure the opposite. Nothing worth having comes easy. All of this is working in my favor, regardless of people who may be holding another perspective. You know what I'm saying? Thinking that, oh, this is the end and you should just give up and you should go do this and you should go do that. But the thing about it is, I was telling this lady, I'm a soldier. Like, that's my energy. I've been a soldier for many lifetimes. And there's soldiers right now that are in Iraq and Afghanistan that have left their wife and their kids behind. And some of those people die. Some of those people die. There's plenty of soldiers that die in Iraq and Afghanistan, and they leave their wife and kids behind, because the mission and winning the war is more important. It takes priority over their family. And some people act like, when I say it, that it's absurd, but they see Navy people, Marines, airmen, and soldiers go and fight for America every single day, and they put their mission above their own family. That's why they leave their own family on a regular basis to go deploy for 9 months. So what I'm doing is no different. And there's people in America that don't agree with the Army. They don't agree with warfare. So it's not like everybody in America feels as if the military is fighting for their country. But when you look at the principle, of being a soldier, your mission is more important than your family, because your first job is a soldier. It's not uncommon. It's not uncommon for a soldier to tell his wife and his child that I gotta go. I gotta go, because the mission takes precedence over their relationship. And it's nothing foreign. It's nothing strange. There's people right now in Iraq, Afghanistan, Kuwait, Bahrain, wherever. Go back to your family. Go back to your son. I'm at war. I'm at war. I'm at war. You don't bring your kids into war. You don't bring your kids into combat. You know how many people would be glad that if I went to jail? You know how many people have pulled up on us? You don't bring your children with you to combat. You make sure that they're in a safe and secure location. Do soldiers take their wife and their kids to Iraq and Afghanistan? No, they don't. They don't. They leave them. It's not strange. It's not strange. I'm at war right now. There's a lot of people that want my teacher. They want my chief in jail. They want me in jail. We are at war. We are at war right now. I'm training. This is training. This part of the journey, what I'm doing and what I'm facing, is what most people ran from. This is what people ran from in carbonation. This is what people ran from in carbonation. Everybody was cool. Everybody was cool when we was going to the beach and when we was having parties and when we was traveling. But when it comes to this, people said, no, this is not what I signed up for. When it comes to every single day, day in, day out, teaching the knowledge in the face of people that tell you you're dumb, you look sick, I hope you die, you need to go to jail. Some people can't deal with that every day. But I am legitimately, if you haven't realized that by now, I was actually in the army. I was actually in the army. Which one do you think was more difficult? Going to Kuwait or being on social media? So when people leave here and they run from y'all, I'm glad. Because what are y'all to be afraid of? What are y'all to be afraid of? Like, you're talking to somebody that was willing to go to Iraq and Afghanistan at a moment's notice. How hard could Bigo and Instagram be? I don't know if you haven't realized it or not, but I'm not a fucking internet video game ass nigga. You literally have no idea what I've been through in life. So social media is not a big deal. The stuff y'all say is not even effective in comparison to the things that I've made it through in life. This is nothing. How hard is it to face people on a phone? I was ready to face people in other countries. Do you understand what type of mentality you're dealing with here, people? But I like it. I like it. This is a new type of warfare because we live in the age of information, so everything is digital now. There's no guns involved. There's no bombs and field artillery and 249s and gas and stuff like that. There's no CS gas. You know, the best shots y'all got is no bond. You're talking about somebody that knows 5.56, 7.62 rounds. Was ready to deal with that. I was thinking about going infantry and ranger, special forces. The best you can do in this chat is no bond. I don't think y'all really know. I don't think y'all really know who y'all dealing with. I wasn't a Boy Scout. I wasn't. I was legitimately in the Army for 8 years.
Hey,
you understand what I'm saying?
Hey, baby.
This? You think this is pressure? You think that this is pressure? This is light work in more ways than one. Light work as in easy work, and light work as in expanding your consciousness while I'm doing it.
He go play with some soap and water.
This is easy. Remember, I told y'all yesterday I was talking to myself.
Mm-hmm.
The only power distractions have over you is the power you give them. There is no excuse. When you point the finger, you miss the point.
Oh, no, I can see the point when I point the finger. I see the point.
This is mental exercise for me. More.
Oh.
More pressure, please. This is not enough. More pressure, please. More demons, please.
When to go sit with,
more threats, please.
Well, go sit with your baba in jail.
More insults, please. I'm starting to live for this.
That's what you're gonna be doing.
I'm starting to really live for this.
That's what you're gonna be doing.
Oh, I appreciate that. Blessed. As I'm talking, the background is going in your subconscious mind, influencing you to also seek nature. I want you to come out into nature as well, and stop associating it with something that's dirty, and stop associating it with something that homeless people have to live in.
Like you?
Because all the creatures are out here in Earth. None of the creatures are sitting up in an apartment.
More
antidepressants. None of the creatures on the planet are sitting up in a condo. Come out here into nature. I crush demons because they're feeding on my attention.
You ain't crushing nobody.
They need my attention to even be effective. But see, my job is to stay focused. And it will drive them crazy. Because a part of being a troll, a part of the motive of being a troll is getting a reaction out of the person you're trolling. No reaction, no purpose, and they move on. A part of a troll's motive is to get your attention. A part of a demon's motive is to get your attention. What are distractions for, everybody? See, they thought this was about to be gossip and dramas. They didn't know they just walked into a classroom.
Oh.
Master teacher taught me.
Oh.
Above all else,
Mm-hmm.
keep the knowledge no matter what you do. Keep the knowledge. People who leave here, they forget about the knowledge and they get caught up in their feelings, not realizing that their feelings is coming from their thoughts and their thoughts is coming from their perspective. So it always points back to you. Crush your demons by not giving them your attention. Part of trolling, part of being a demon is getting attention. A parasite needs something to feed off on. A parasite needs something to feed off of. What I keep telling y'all, but I wasn't even telling y'all, I was telling myself. It doesn't matter what happens to you. It's all about how you choose to respond. What's up, Sheila? The race is not given to the swift nor the strong, but those who endure to the end. Can you endure to the end? Or will you turn back?
How did I like this one? Right now. I don't, because they sound like they BS in there. How they BSing? Because you how the way.
Uh-oh. Let me just see what else is out there. Let me just see what else. Let me just see what else is out there. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Well, today we got another win. We got another win. We got another win. Whoop, whoop. Somebody said more arrests is coming. Allegedly. Allegedly. We don't know. We don't know. Well, I guess I'll see you guys later. I just wanted you guys to see, probably for the first time, or see again, access has been denied. Thou shalt go back to the hell you came from. Thou shalt go back to the hell you came from. But a good thing, Nature Nut, you can sit back in jail and tell all your stories while you're in jail, to pass by time and tell them all the stories of how great you are, how smart you are, all the places you have been and experienced. But technically, you never experienced the places, because when y'all did go to these different islands, all y'all did was stay in the freaking house. All you did was stay in the house and have maid services. That's all you did. That's why you couldn't get a good character witness, because you have no character. Nature Boy has no character, so they could not find him a character witness. They couldn't do it. They could not find him a character witness. The end been there for you. Exactly. You couldn't find a character witness because you don't have no character. You went to all these people countries. You stunk up all their trees. You put poo-poo in every country you went to. You poo-poo in all their trees. You abused everybody. You didn't do nothing for the community. That's why nobody in the community had nothing to say. They don't care. You having a barbershop doesn't make you, so what? You opened up a business. Whoopee-doo. You gave people a job. Whoopee-doo. When was the last time you was at that job? And he doesn't, and then he claims he's been living there since 2012 or whatever, how long he was in Georgia, which makes it even more stupid because they know that you wasn't staying there all them years because you off country hopping. You island hopping. Hey, Clear Channel, welcome. You are pooping all over the globe and stuff. So you out there island hopping, so the judge know that you are not stable. You are not a stable person. You wasn't stable since the day you were born. And all of that's going to come up in trial, baby. Do you honestly think that y'all just going to drag Janae and they're not going to drag your childhood? They're going to say, well, she slept with this man and slept with, they coming up with your shit too, Nature Boy. A trial is dirty. A trial is real dirty. You should need to tell them to shut up. He ain't had a barbershop since Barbershop movie came out. Mm-hmm. A trial is dirty, baby. Everybody worrying about who Nateri done slept with. Wait till they find out who Nature Boy been sleeping with. That's coming up in the trial too. STDs is coming up in the trials too. Everybody's saying they got all these STDs and passing it and letting these people go, and then saying that you cured these people herpes and you cure this and you cure that. You think that's not coming up in the damn trial, Nature Nut? Y'all so quick to let's throw some smoke on Nateri, talking about she can sleep with whoever she want to sleep with. Passport stamps, mm-hmm. I know, right? He can't cut nobody here. No, she can't. She had it already, Darnell. When she went there, she had it. She had it already. If I'm not mistaken. She claimed that she had it already. And again, they may charge him on saying that he cured these diseases. People don't understand how damaging his videos are. Then you got people claiming that hey Umi, then you got he gonna take a plea deal as offered. I hope so. Everybody and cheering. Oh no. They're gonna go through all the people that he was sleeping with too, with them STDs. That's another thing. And let's not forget this cure he cured. He not no Dr. Sebi. He ain't walking in there with a bunch of things and people that once had it and now they cured. No, everybody still got it. Everybody who you cured still have it. So let's not be too quick to worry about all the people she ran around town and slept with, because who he went around town, I can't stand her. I know every time I get ready to say I'm leaving, here we go. Here we go. I can't stand her. He's getting roasted like a flame. If anybody else got something else to come with up tonight, I will be back on tonight in about 7, 8 o'clock. But if not, I'm leaving. He cured them by creating new ones the CDC cannot identify. That will be coming up in court too. Their medical records will be coming up in court too. Mm-hmm. He eating them pig feet and all that stuff. Eating all that good stuff. All right, guys, for real, I'm out of here because I'm going to try to see what else is going on in these YouTube streets, and I will bring it back to you guys. Peace, and I am out, and I appreciate each and every one of you.